I know I've been gone for a bit, but I was waiting for this story to come into a better light since every time I worked on the script, I had to rewrite it, and now here it is. Yes, I know I'm late to the party, but hey, here I am. Hello, what's up, and welcome everyone. My name is Miss Quinn, and today we'll be getting into EA and Potions: A Curious Tale. And if you want to know what's going on with me and my passion projects, please stick around until the end of the video. EA, also known as Electronic Arts, if you remember from my last video, they were laying off 5% of their staff, which is the equivalent to 670 employees. But do you want to know what they announced afterwards? They would announce a big uptick in ads when it comes to their game Sims 4. Now, do not get me wrong, I love Sims 4. I have a very rocky relationship with my Sims because they keep leaving their baby in the kitchen, and I'm surprised that they haven't died for their fair share amount of times. But sadly, they would also announce later that 60% of the company is going to be AI, which makes me hate AI even more. It's one thing, in my opinion, to use it for a little bit of help, like inspiration, like if you don't know what type of idea you want to go for, but like you're just like, I'm feeling something like Disney meets Arkham Asylum, and then you put it in the AI generator and it generates an idea for you for a video game, and then you go based around that and you make a whole bunch of things for it. That's completely different. But in this case, you're using it in order to replace countless amounts of people, in order to have more money. I understand I'm falling on deaf ears because I'm basically saying that this company is greedy, which in all due respect, they are. Like I said, I love Sims 4, but not just because I love Sims 4 am I going to overlook the countless amounts of times that they have had very iffy business practices. Like I said, all with the excuse that you're not turning a high profit, when instead of asking yourself why that is and what you could do better with the employees you currently have, you decide to slash jobs and replace it with AI. Do you really think that's also going to help the consumers if you keep pricing your game super high? No, it's not going to help it. If anything, the situation is going to be exactly the same. Now, while I was watching my friend Rogue's stream, they mentioned something to me about this one indie developer who was talking about EA spamming 11 games at once. And maybe some of you don't care, but I'm going to explain why you should. EA is unfortunately one of the many big companies that are going to end up looking to AI in order to do any form of games. These are going to end up being half-baked, and possibly another game like Kong or another Golem. Yes, AI is a good tool in order to get ideas and use it for whenever it is needed, but in my opinion, it shouldn't completely replace an actual human being. Many indie game developers have to heavily rely on marketing their game almost 24/7 in order for them to gain some sort of attention behind all these other games made by these big companies. They don't have a big flashy name presenting their game. No, it's just them. This is why places like TikTok and YouTube are a vastly good resource when it comes to these types of promotions, because as we see on TikTok, it's easier to gain a sort of traction. And I am sorry I slurred my word on that. Now, hopefully I am going to pronounce her name correctly, but this is the very same issue that happened with Riku Cat. After spending 10 years working on a game, furiously going through marketing, getting so many people pumped up about the game, hyped up about the game, and we all know marketing is not easy for those of you who are in the gaming industry, and not just that, but also when it comes to any form of social media marketing. It's not easy to get a bunch of people hyped up about it.
You know why being a game developer sucks? because you work 10 years on a project and pick a great launch date and get everyone hyped about it and build a bunch of marketing. And then EA can drop 11 games right after you do immediately and bump you off of new and trending despite the good reviews.
Now, right here, she describes picking a really good launch date and finally settling, hey, I'm gonna do this. My game is gonna be released on this day, and it does well, gets good reviews, and it's a new and trending. However, EA silently puts up 11 games all at once immediately after you do, and then it's just erased all your hard work. Everything that she has done to try and accomplish anything is just boom, it's gone. This game is essentially her baby. All of us who are artists, whenever I finish a painting, that painting, it is now my new child. Whenever I finish a video, it is now my new child. It's something that we are proud of making, and I'm pretty sure Riku felt the exact same way when it came to her game, considering that she poured 10 years of her life into it and then picked a really good date in order to fully release it, and then out of nowhere it just gets bumped off. Unfortunately, this is because obviously if she thought it was a good release date, then I'm pretty sure EA also thought the same thing about the release date. EA spamming 11 games at once is not going to be surprising, and in all honesty, it wasn't surprising to me, considering that they are planning on going 60% AI. This is something we're going to be seeing on a consistent basis, guys.
Hi, my name's Renee, and you may have seen a video of me crying recently. I was having a bad day, a really bad day. When you invest so much of yourself into a project and it doesn't go as expected, it can be really hard. And I super appreciate the outpouring of support. The harassment, not so much.
This is what I don't understand. Yes, we want to support these creators, especially when they have given so much of their passion to something. But what we don't want to do is harass people. Why are we harassing people just for having a certain emotion about something? I understand that. I don't understand. Maybe you're upset that that Renee cried or whatever. You were probably saying, boo hoo, get over it, it's EA. But at the same time, this is someone who, again, spent 10 years of her life dedicated to this game.
I certainly was not the only game developer affected by this shadow drop or other similar situations. For those of you who aren't familiar, new and trending on Steam is super important for indies because it gets a big boost of initial exposure after launch. It's not the only way to succeed as a game, but it certainly helps a lot. And I can't make any informed recommendations to Valve about how Steam categories should work, but I can certainly empathize with others who have had similar things happen to them.
She makes a fantastic point right here. I do not understand the Valve's categories either, or how they choose, to organize stuff. But in my opinion, if you're a well-known company that has already had so many games under your belt, you should not be in new and trending, because your game is obviously going to be trending right away, especially if you seamlessly drop a bunch of games at once. You are actually hindering so many indie developers that, like she mentioned, kind of rely on this because it is a boost of exposure. It is somewhere where I constantly do go as well, almost on a daily basis. I go there and I check out what new games there might be to see what will, tickle my pickle. Please, I need to edit that out.
Now, I want to clarify, I don't think any of this happened due to my gender. I don't think EA is out to get me. I'm a woman who's making a game about a girl that's main audience is women. So for this to hit on International Women's Day, that just felt extra rough. My grief really came out there because I was expecting it to be a joyous day, and it wasn't. I didn't mean to imply any of this happened because I'm a woman. I know that's not the case. I know that EA does not even know who I am. Well, maybe now, but anyway, once again, thank you so much for those who have been sweet and supportive. I'm truly grateful for your kind words, and I hope that everyone can be granted a bit of empathy in their worst moments.
I understand that it wasn't based on her gender and it wasn't based on any of this, and I understand when she says that it's only because it hit, in Women's Day is that what made it extra rough on her. For people to think that you meant it as, oh, this only happened to me because I'm a woman, it's like, no, EA doesn't know whether you're a woman or a man or non-binary. They don't care. They just care about money. And I do think that they got the wrong, that they basically got the wrong idea when she said that line at the end. And even I was confused, but I kind of just like blew it off because I was like, it was probably just because it was International Women's Day. And it was. I also really do hope that people can have some sort of empathy for others in their hard moments. In my opinion, we should all just care about each other, period. I am so sick of us dogpiling on people just because we don't like them. Yes, I get it. Like I said, I say I get it, but I kind of don't. Because in some people's eyes, it's just like, oh, she's overreacting. But in a sense, she's not. I've been saying this throughout like this entire time, and I've been making it a big deal, and it's probably not to you, but it's 10 years. 10 years of your own life is a lot. If you're dedicating 10 years of your life to a project, to something that you've put so much attention to, then it is something that we shouldn't criticize you for. It is something that we shouldn't dogpile on people for. It's like you deserve all the positive attention that you get, not the negative one. In my opinion, it's just like, those are just bigots. And I don't want to say bigots as, like writing them off, but it's just like, why harass somebody who was just having a really bad day? This is someone who poured her life into this game, and you're going to want to basically backhand her with harassment and insults and everything like that. Some of her comments were disgusting, and I will not share them with you. However, like I said, I have been watching my friend Rogue's stream, and if you want to watch, some of Renee's gameplay, go to Rogue's stream. I will link their stream in the description. And guess what? Also, come on, let's just support indie developers, guys. Anyway, moving on, this is the end of my video. For those of you who do not want to hear about my passion project, please, thank you so much for today, and I will come out with another video soon. I am almost done with a deep dive video. I have spent so long. Please watch it. All right, guys, for those of you who do know, I am working on my own game now. However, I do not know what it's going to be called, but I'm hitting lots of bumps in the road when it comes to this game, and I literally am just getting started, and most of it is because of my PC. My PC is not the best. Like, I cannot even play Stardew Valley and stream it at the same time. And I cannot, play Pal World. And it's something that, apparently a lot of people can play. Not with my shitty PC. No, I can't. So I'm saying that is because I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get into my game. And it's a game that I have been wanting to create for years now. Like I said, if you have been following me on Twitter, I have been wanting to make my own game since 2018. And I finally thought, you know what? The heck with it. Let me just finally try to make my own game. However, that may end up taking a lot longer than what I expected. If you want to see a picture of my PC, it is on screen right now. That's how it looks like. Don't come at me because it's a little dusty. Listen, my desk isn't the great. I'm the best. I'm not that great with like wire management, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at this PC here. It's not the best, but it gets stuff done. It gets these videos done. And you know, it gets me to stream, even though I've been having loads of trouble with streaming lately. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to work on this game until I finally have to just call it quits, because my PC is already lagging so much. And the only thing I've done was literally make a candle. That's it. And my PC has like been not wanting to cooperate with me whenever it comes to those programs. My game was honestly going to be inspired by the Salem Witch Trials, and I did take a bit of inspiration, even though I really did not like the story of this game. But I took a bit of inspiration from the suicide of Rachel Foster, and I took inspiration from What Remains of Edith Finch. Yes, my game was essentially going to be an adventure game / walking simulator. In my head, I was like, that is like the easiest game, in my opinion, that I'm going to be able to make, even though I am completely new and do not know anything, because I see that those games are mostly story driven, and I love those type of games. I love story driven games. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to make walking simulator games. I'm not sure if people are going to like that, but that's going to be my first game. But I don't think I'm going to be able to make any game with the PC that I currently have, unfortunately. I've had this PC for about a good while, good while now. I would say like 5 years, 5-ish years, or maybe 4. I don't know how long I've been streaming for. That's how I would mostly know, but I think it's 4 years, because I've been with my partner for 5 years. I think this year will be going on 6. So I think I would have had my PC. Actually, yes. I think the entire time we've been together, I've had my PC. So it would have been almost 6 years now with this PC. And it's done a lot for me. Actually, wait. No. Now that I'm remembering, no, I'm lying. I've been having this PC for 4 years. Yes, 4 years. And it's been great. Like I said, it's been getting me through a lot of things, but it's not going to get me through any form of game development. So I'm just going to have to start putting heavy money aside to get myself a new PC. I'm going to start streaming a lot more so I could fund my new PC, and so I can also put that as funding for my game development. Now, I am so sorry I took a lot of this video to make my announcement, to make my update. I just didn't know how else to do it. I am so sorry. If you want, I will never do an update again. Now, with that being said, guys, that is where I'm going to leave today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, I do stream on Twitch, and I'm thinking about streaming here on YouTube as well. Let me know what you do think about that. Guys, if you are indie developers, and you have a game that you want to talk about, please, I implore you, please put it in the comments down below. Tell me about your game. Tell me what it's about. Tell me like where you can play it on. Sorry if it's on PC, because more than likely I won't even be able to play it. But with that being said, guys, thank you all so much. Like I said, I do stream on Twitch. Check out my friend Rogue. They stream a lot, and it's a really chill, fun, super chill stream. I do like being in there all the time. And yeah, they also write, guys, and they also have their own YouTube channel, which you can also check out. With that being said, now I am gone. Bye.